Stellantis.
I got 5 of them.
You have 5 of them. I just counted as you were speaking. So, the elephant in the room. Like, start high level for a second, right? Like, how do you feel about where things are at and where the outlook that they've provided? Like, we're 2 friends sitting at the bar, right? What are you telling me right now?
So on the high lines, the reason why I think they're doing really well right now is at the top end of the market, people aren't so maybe
price sensitive.
Yeah. Interest rates, right? So interest rates are driving the cost of cars. So
or payment sensitive, sure.
Yeah. So, if a guy's going to buy a $120,000 Mercedes, he's got the money to do that. He's going to buy that no matter what. It doesn't matter if it's 120 or 130. He's going to buy the car. When you get into the person that's living paycheck to paycheck and all of a sudden interest rates go up, boy, that's a tougher gig. And interest rates are about average now where they're at over the past 60 years. The problem is in the last 20 years, they've been really low. So anybody that hasn't been in the business in the last 20 years is trying to figure out how to compete in a market like this, especially when we're coming off a market as hot as it was during COVID. So getting back to the question on Stellantis. So 2 of my stores in Chicago are 2 of the largest volume Chrysler Dodge Jeep stores in America. We've done really, really well with the brand. Jeep has been hot as can be for a long time, but they've dramatically overproduced and they haven't supported the dealers right now. They don't have the right incentives out there. They up the price too high on their vehicles. They're having $15,000 price increases per year. They have come back and re-invoiced some of those vehicles, but they're just not overly competitive right now. And they got to get back competitive again, and they got to do it fast because I've never seen a brand drop more market share quicker than what Stellantis has done in the last 6 months.
What's the secret to becoming competitive? Is it just trimming prices, or have they created a product that people don't want?
So they've got good product. The Dodge truck's really good. Jeep's a great brand, but you have to be able to hit the right price point, and they don't have the right combination right now. They haven't supported the dealers from an incentive standpoint, and then they've way overbuilt on cars. So dealers are absolutely loaded with inventory right now. Everybody said they weren't going to do that, and a lot of the brands have been disciplined. They were one brand that was not disciplined, so they're back to pounding on the dealers, try to take extra inventory. They're back to really kind of distressed selling, but they're not competitive with their incentives right now. And they got to make some changes really fast. They're going to be in trouble.
So, closing thought on this topic, if Stellantis leadership is listening to this right now, what message do you have for them?
So listen to your American leadership. They're trying to run it out of Europe, and they're trying to do everything from cutting costs right now. That doesn't work. And you've got to get back. You've got to be competitive. You got to have people running this thing on the sales side that understand the market. You got to give your BC directors the ability to put the incentives out there to move the vehicles. They can change this thing overnight. I could turn this thing in 1 minute. Just put the right incentives out there and the right programs, come back with the leasing programs, and they'll start selling cars at the same level that they were before. But right now, they're giving up a lot of market share to brands that are coming on right now, like Hyundai and Kia are kind of eating their lunch.
Mm-hmm. So me putting my capitalist hat on, right? Hague, buy sell advisory, they published that Stellantis blue sky multiples, for anyone that's not familiar with the term, just, what these stores are trading at, the actual dealerships, their multiple was slightly declined. And so I'm curious to know from your end, right? Would you acquire additional Stellantis dealerships right now? I know you're a little biased also because you're heavy on Stellantis dealerships, but I'm saying, like, do you think that this is like the trough and there's upside? Where are we at on the spectrum? How do you think about this?
So right now, the Stellantis leadership has given us no confidence that they're going to make the right decisions going forward. So I would not go ahead and buy a Stellantis dealership. And so I know Hague, I see the Hague report, right? There's a little bit of a lag there on that. So he's looking at what's been sold over the last 6 or 12 months, slight decline. I think right now there would be a dramatic decline if there's even a market out there for people to jump into, because how do you value a Stellantis dealership right now with what they're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we get dealerships that we're selling 400 and some vehicles a month that are doing less than half of that right now. And it was almost overnight that happened with them.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's for someone like yourself to say that, it's a bold statement. I mean, there's that famous line, like, the market abhors uncertainty, But to think that there's, truly like a lack of liquidity for this type of asset, that's pretty meaningful.
Yeah, and I've never seen anything change as fast as they have in the market. It was a rapid decline. The good thing is it's a rapid decline. They could get a rapid acceleration here if they get their act together really quickly. So, yeah.
Yeah, like no different than Ford. Ford was declining.